What's going on, everyone? How goes it this fine, fair evening of Tuesday, September 12th? I had to check the date. I don't ever know what day it is. I know that it's Tuesday, and that's about all. I know it's September most of the time. Sometimes I forget the month, but you know. That's just how it goes. I don't remember anything. Kyle, what is going on? I don't know. BMXer 1987. Isaac or Isaac or Isaac. Yeah. So we're doing this Paintball Ruined My Life live thing. Yep. Tomorrow's the day that we all find out what this thing is. I have no idea what it is. Again, I thought I knew what it was. I was totally wrong, I think. I think I was misled. We still don't have a price or any other information on it. That's the Dye DSR. Big week this week. We got the iPhone 10 X 8 thing. I don't know. It's way too much money. I can't bring myself to spend more than $250 on a phone now. And the Dye DSR. And Thursday, I'm going to get a Shocker XLS to review for you guys. We'll see. Hopefully I like it more than the RSX. Well, the RSX wasn't bad, but it's just miniature. I don't know. Yeah, that's all I got. Gavin's been shouted out. Dye Rotor versus Spire 200. Spire 200. Anthony Rios. How's it going? I'm really interested in this Dye DSR thing. 700? Yeah, that's probably my guess. My guess is in that 700 price too. I don't know. It just looks expensive. Let's look at it again. The Dye DSR. Yeah, it just looks like a lot of money. I mean, sure, it looks cheaper, maybe? I don't know. See, does that look cheaper than an M2? I have no idea. Let's look at the other video. This is the first one they put out. I don't even know if there's a picture of the gun in this thing. I don't think there is. Yeah, that one's kind of lame. This one. Who knows? Who knows? It looks good, though. And it does look like an M2, right? That was why I was saying it was going to be a ton of money. But then everyone on the internet seems to think it's going to be $500. But it looks more than $500. We have to think that, does this look better or higher end than the Proto Rise Maxed? I mean, that thing's $350, so it definitely looks quite a bit better than a Rise Maxed. So we'll see. 7 to 8, that's going to be my guess. Plastic? I hope it's plastic. I really do. I like the composite stuff. It makes the guns cheaper. I just think it's cool. I like the composite stuff, the nylon. Remember when Dye made the DMC, the Dye Matrix composite, and it was like this weird carbon fiber plastic mixture stuff? That gun was pretty cool. That was a lot of money for that thing. A DM without a screen, I really hope it has the screen. I mean, I guess it matters how much it is. If it's like $500, I'd be okay with no screen. If we peak to this 700 price, it needs a screen because, I mean, what are the other guns in that price? Excuse me. Whew. We have the Shocker RSX at $700, and then $800. Am I right? $800 for the 160R? I don't know. Once we hit that price level, you need a screen. So, kind of looks like a 160R. All these paintball guns kind of look the same, I guess. OLED screen. Rumor has it on the street is that it's going to be voice activated. You're going to be like, paintball gun turn on. Let's hope not. Because all this, like, voice stuff for phones, while cool in theory, doesn't really work that well. I'm always like, okay, Google. And my phone doesn't turn on. Or like, Alexa, is it Alexa? I don't know. I wonder whose phones... Man, see... These, darn... I still have the stupid thing on. Bobby Krulin, if you are in this chat room, write a comment or type something in the chat. I don't know what I was talking about. But yeah, all these voice activation things are awful. None of them really work. CO2 or remote line TIPX? What? Oh, I get it. I don't know. 12 grams, in other words, or remotes. I don't know. It matters what you're going to do. If you're going to use the TIPX as a sidearm only, 12 grams. If you're going to use it as like a primary gun, remote, yeah. I don't know, because to me, like, the point of the TIPX is that it's a friggin' pistol, right? Once we start, like, not being a pistol, once you start putting a remote line on it, I don't know. It just becomes not as cool to me. So I don't know. Is the Tipman watermelon paintball? Is the Tipman Griffin a decent gun? I would say the Griffin is a decent. Yeah, there's Bobby. Bobby Krulin is going to get mod status. Boo! Bam. 80,881K. I think I made mod status. Mod status. Jake said something about mod status. Bam, there you go. Hey, Brad. Armando asks, rate my setup, a Lux 2.0, a Valken VSL, and Ninja 68 4500 Superlight. Yeah, it's 6.5. Yeah, I don't really like Luxes, but I like the VSL. VSL's a good hopper, and Ninja Tank's good. Yeah. Matt the Gucciest one. I hope that wasn't too loud. You said with a super chat, I can't get my Ninja 4500 to fill past 4,000. Thoughts? There's really only two reasons that that's going to happen. Your gauge is off, or the tank you're trying to fill off isn't filled all the way. It's only at 4,000. So, yep. Wherever you're filling your tank at, if they have a gauge on the fill panel or the box you're filling off of, look at that anyway. Ignore your tank gauge. If that's filling to 45, you're good, and your gauge is just off. If it only goes to 4,000 on that, then that's all that's in their bulk tank. It's like trying to fill up a gallon. Say you have like half a gallon of milk and then like an empty container, and you're like, you're going to pour that half a gallon into the empty container, and you're like, it only fills to half a gallon. That's because you only got half a freaking gallon. The same way with that air, right? You have 4,000. You can't put 4,500 into it. Yeah, that's a kind of, I don't know why people get confused about that. But it's most likely that, like, if you're at a paintball field and you're only getting a 4,000 fill, is because, yeah, they only got 4,000. A lot of paintball fields don't actually fill all the way up to 4,500. Mainly because most people don't need that extra pressure, and it takes a lot more work for the air compressor to get to that 4,500 versus just 4,000. And most people are probably fine with 4,000. You know, yeah. That's my answer. Braden, nope. If I have a Geo 3, is it worth upgrading to the CSR for $1,000? These worth it questions are so hard, man. I mean, I'd rather have a CSR, I think. But is it worth it? I don't know. Probably not, because you're not going to get like way better performance out of the CSR. Yeah. The worth it questions are hard. Yeah. Super chatted $2. Will renewed interest in the autocockers wane? That was hard to read at first. You're trying to cram in the characters in that. Yeah, it will. But everything does, right? I mean, we always have these ebbs and flows in trends. So, I don't know, though, actually. I mean, yes, we'll get to the point where cockers are not popular again. They already are not popular, but I don't know. I mean, I think that as 10-man is getting popular, like we're seeing this resurgence in 10-man and woods ball, I think cockers will kind of even become more popular for a while, and then 10-man's probably going to go away, and this woods ball craze is probably going to go away again. And then cockers won't be popular. And then 10 years later, woods ball will get popular again, and then cockers will come back. I like it, though. I mean, I love this 10-man thing, not so much autocockers. I think the 10-man tournaments that are around, like the Steel City Classic, Iron City Classic, I always get that confused, that took place in Pittsburgh, and there's one in Atlanta. I think it's great. Tyrannosaurus Rex, $1 super chat. Thank you. So, yeah. Cockers. Cockers are, yeah, back, kinda. I want to see Eclipse come out with a cocker. Screw this G-Tech. No, not G-Tech. God, I already forgot the name of it. Mechanical G-Tech? What the heck are they calling that thing? The G-Mech? Screw that thing. They need to come out with an Eclipse cocker again. Hate him! I think that's how I pronounce that. I am sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. Axe 2.0, not grouping all that well at 30 to 50 yards, shooting around 265 PSI or FPS. I'm going to go with, you meant to say FPS. Nexus autocockers. Yes, Steve. That's what I want to see. Is there another adjustment I can make, or should I upgrade barrels? This isn't probably so much a axe question as to just why is my paintball gun not accurate, and it's really going to come down to using good paintballs. I don't think it's the barrel. I mean, I think that, well, it could be the barrel. I think that as long as you buy like quality paintballs, paintball guns shoot straight. It doesn't really matter so much getting a perfect barrel or getting perfect gun, right? It's mainly about good paint, but it's kind of hard to explain good paintballs because, yeah, sometimes you could get a batch that's really good and sometimes you don't. I would say buy your paintballs if you can from a local paintball store. That's probably where they're going to be stored the best and the best taken care of. And maybe look at a higher end paintball and just see how it goes. Yeah. Because if you think about it, like I've always said that aftermarket barrels are going to provide maybe, I don't know, we'll say 8% improved accuracy, maybe. But it still all comes down to paint, right? Like you get good paint, gun shoots straight. If you get bad paint and the best barrel in the world, it's still gonna shoot all over the place. So just look at maybe getting better paintballs. And then you said 285, or 265, so that's probably your velocity. I was gonna say make sure your velocity's right, but I hope that helped. Corey. Cockers forever. Yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Thank you. I hope that helps with barrel like accuracy things, because man, it's all paint based. It's like so many people are like, oh, you gotta get this barrel. It's gonna make your paintball gun shoot so much better. I'm like, I don't know. I think it's mainly paint. I mean, it's all paint based, man. Really though. I don't know why some of these comments, I thought I turned this comment screener thing off, but it didn't work. Cockers forever. Forever. How about like, okay, cockers. I want an Eclipse one. I want an Eclipse cocker, yes, a Nexus, and let's see a Free Flow cocker. Let's have Free Flow come back, and I want to make their guns. I want their paintball guns. Free Flows, yeah. I was going to say the Predator, but they already kind of have that, and it's kind of lame. Man, I don't know what's with, like, this freaking, like, censorship thing we got going on. I'm going to look into... We're going to look into this really quick and see if I can turn off the comment screening system. I don't think I can. I don't think it'll let me. I think that I needed to do it before we started this, but I thought I turned all that off. I guess not. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Whatever. And then cockers for some, freedom for all. Sure. I'm with that. That works. I'm okay with that. How do I throw money at you? Tie it to a rock. Yep. Get some cash. Rubber band, tie it around a rock. Throw it through a window. If you have this stupid iPhone thing, you can't do it. Or an iPad, which I don't understand. And this is a common question. Did paintball really ruin your life? Lol cat. No. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows where I would be without paintball? Maybe in a better place? Maybe in a worse place. You know, I probably wouldn't have taken so long to finish this college thing, but, you know. PB Rack Flow Pants, thoughts? I think they look absurd. That's about, that's really all I know with it. That's really all I know, I should say. I haven't, like, I mean, I've felt them and touched them and stuff, but I've never actually worn them. So, yeah. You know what I got this week? Was a Immortal Air. I can't remember the name of it. The Immortal Air. Immortal Air Regulator, the cheap one, mainly because they have been out of stock of their high-end, the Aura, the Immortal Air Aura Regulator, that is going to be reviewed and tested. It's a tank rig. What really intrigues me is that they are quoted as saying, patented technology, one of the most efficient regulators on the market, up to 30% more shots over the competition. 30% air efficiency improvement over all the other tank rigs is very intriguing. I don't know how, but we're gonna do an air efficiency test and see if we can actually, like, I don't know, see if the reg's 30% more air efficient, because that sounds crazy to me. I can't see 30% improvement with a tank rig. Again. Thank you. Do you ever go to, did you ever, I was like, do you ever go to Skyball? I was like, Skyball's over. Did you ever go to Skyball? No. Will that ever happen again? Nope. Nope. I don't think, no, I never went to Skyball, because Skyball was, I don't know, when the heck was the last Skyball? I don't know, but Skyball was kind of like fading away when I, like, got into paintball. So I never got to experience Skyball. And there are two reasons I don't think it will come back. I don't know. We'll really say one. Because I was going to say that one of the reasons I was going to say is there aren't as many people playing paintball, but I don't think that's true. I think that there's, in the like late 90s at least, just as many people playing now, if not more. There's more people playing paintball now than there were in the late 90s, like 99, 98, somewhere in there. There's more people playing now. So that's not really a good excuse. But I do think that paintball players are too cheap, right? To hold that event, to put it in like a crazy stadium like that, would require a lot of money. So entry fees would have to be high. Prizes wouldn't be very good because they'd need to make money to be able to facilitate the facilities. And all the paintball people would be like, oh my God, entry's so much money and there's not $4,000 for first place. I'm not doing it. So I think paintball people at this point are just too cheap. So I don't think it's gonna happen. I'd love it though. I mean, paintball is still one of the only sports that we're having tournaments at like the lowest division and actually giving away prizes. Really, I mean, think about like a baseball tournament or hockey or taekwondo or badminton or like whatever it is. If you're playing the lowest beginner level, you don't win money in those things. In paintball, we actually win money. And people still constantly complain about how expensive tournaments are and how the prizes are not good. So I think people need to stop complaining. Damien! Thank you, sir. 2-3 paintball recommendations that are consistent and pretty good quality for rec. So let's say we're going to go with like 3 paintballs that are under $50 that I like. Valken Infinity, Valken Kilo. Yeah, I think that those are the 2 best. I think that those might be the most consistent, at least. We're seeing like consistent performance from those. They might not be like the best all the time, but they are like consistent. They're the same thing, so you kind of know what you're gonna get with all the Valken paint. It doesn't matter if it's like the Infinity, the Kilo, Redemption, Graffiti, whatever it is. It's like consistently all the same. That's why I like Valken. I think that the Valken makes the best paint because it is so consistent. It's like the same, where sometimes like, yeah, the GI 1-star might be better than the Infinity sometimes, but then sometimes it's not good at all. So I like that consistency. I like to know if it's gonna be good or bad. You know, just be good or bad. Don't switch back and forth and be good and bad, good and bad. You know, I just want to know what I'm going to get every time. Braden! Who wants to sell me a 6845 for low? PM me. He wants to buy a 6845 tank. So find Braden Hardy if you're selling a tank. Oh, that's a good little ad. Justin Mullen, why do you hate the Virtue Spire? I don't hate the Spire. I think that, yeah, I don't hate the Spire. I think that at this point, the regular Spire, let's just say they're $150, 120, whatever they are. You can't really buy them anymore. So the original Spire, at that 100 to 150 price, I would rather have the Valken VSL, I would rather have a Z2, and I would rather have the Level. Mainly just because they're more durable. I have a Spire right there I'll grab and explain and demonstrate. Spires. This is my Spire that I've used once, that I acquired somehow. Spire, right? So my problem with the Spire, can you see? Yep, you can see it. That crack right there, that's a problem. We can take this lid off. See that broken tab right there? You probably can't see that, but there, you can see that. The one closest to me, broken tab. That sucks. The little rubbery fingers, this one's like brand new, but these wear off. That sucks. These backstrap break. So I think the hopper performs very well. I just think that on the original Spire, there's just stuff that breaks, right? Whereas I've yet to see any of my level parts break. The VSL's held up well so far. There's parts on the Z2 that are a little iffy, but I think most of that is like user error. So I don't hate the Spire. I just don't like how there's little things that break on it. And when we talk about the Spire 3, I think the Spire 3 is the best hopper ever made, but at its current price, at $250, that's just a lot of money, right? If I put a speed feed on it, it's $290 for the cheapest version? Like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know. It's just a lot of money. So, yeah. I think the Spire 3 is too much in comparison to other products out right now. And then the Spire 3 is too much money. I don't know. And then I don't like the old ones because little bits break on them all the time. So, yeah. For sure, that Labor Day deal was a very good deal for Spire 3s. So, if you guys wanted a Spire 3 and didn't pick one up, that kind of sucks because they were a very good deal. I mean, they were like $75 off for like base prices, base colors, we'll say. They were great deals. Great deals. Vintage Air Pants versus Empire Zero, Contact Zero F5 Pants versus HK Army Free Lines. I like the vintage pants more, mainly because I want like ultra lightweight. And the vintage pants are that. They're super light. I like the way that the HK pants fit, but again, they're a little heavier than the vintage pants. And I don't think they're as durable. Like, I have not been a fan of the durability of the HK pants. And the Contact Zero pants are just kind of big and like got bulky. So, yeah. Or maybe you meant like of the new Empire pants. I forget what they're called. Are they just called Zero pants? The Empire Zero pants? Let's look real fast. Yeah, they are. So the new Empire pants do remind me, the Empire Zero pants do remind me a lot of the vintage pants, but the vintage pants are just cheaper too. So, and I've been very happy with mine. I mean, I've worn mine, gosh, I don't know, 15 times, and they're perfect. So, yeah, I like them. Someone said something about T4. Tyler said I've been using the Exalt T4s, and I think they're really nice, especially since I don't want to wear knee pads. Yeah, for sure. Like, that's my problem with them, though, is that they're too heavy. I just don't like that big, heavy pad. So I prefer the lighter weight stuff, but it really is just all preference, man. I mean, they're pants when it comes down to it. It's like, well, I don't know, which ones do you like? There we go. Popo Gijo. Wasn't like Ho Ho Gijo or Ho Ho Gijo? Wasn't that like Christmas Story or like the Santa Claus with like Tim Allen? Feel like talking about paintball history? Sure. What about it? I don't know. Just start talking about anything? I have the worst memory though. I feel like I would need assistance. Fergus Burke, I've seen you comment multiple times. There we go. There's another one. Maybe you'll stop posting this if I answer. Rate my setup via Ascend plus a free eFlex? What? I don't know what that means. So you either have an Ascend or an eFlex. Mini GS 80, 4500 is Z2. I like all that stuff. That's an 8. 8.25. That's pretty good. I like all that stuff. Yeah. The Santa Claus. Yes. That was a good movie. Are you going to Legends next year? Living Legends? I have no idea. Not at this point. When is Living Legends? Living Legends 2018. I always forget when all these events are. Just like I said, guys. Awful, awful, awful memory. May-ish? May? I don't know. I might. May? I don't know. It just matters, man. It matters what's happening and if I can afford it and, like, you know, all that stuff. Because it is far. I mean, you got to think that it is all the way across the country for me. So I got to buy a plane ticket and, like, hotels, or I guess I could camp. I could just take all my camping stuff. But it is still all the way over there. So it's quite a distance. We're going to mute that computer. Mm-hmm. How many LV1s is too many? 75. If someone owns over 75, that's too many. Shogun Atomic, what is your favorite finish? Splash, acid wash, or Fade Aurora? I don't know what Fade Aurora is. Wait, splash, we're gonna say splash, acid wash, Fade Aurora, definitely Aurora. If I could get something in Aurora, that'd be awesome. Not a lot of people do that because it's like plated and kind of hard to do. I know it was very expensive, so I'm not sure. Popo Gijo. Thank you. Best Planet Eclipse Special Edition gun marker other than the GSL. That is the best one, though. Other than that, like, I don't know. That is the best one. Gosh. The SL91? Is that what it is? The SL91? Let's find out. Yep, the SL91. There were not a lot of those. They were very rare. And, yeah, very hard to come by. Jake asked, do you watch Narcos on Netflix? I think I watched the first season of Narcos. It's a very good show. The first season and then like a few episodes of, I think, the second season. So my problem is that, like, I've noticed that when I turn this way, I think I go out of focus and then I turn back and it goes into focus. Or am I crazy? I don't know. Yeah, so I watched part of the second season. The problem, yeah, is that I watch TV when I'm tired and then, like, fall asleep to it. So Narcos would, like, I'd have to read subtitles and it was just tiring. So I stopped doing it. Stopped watching it. Because I'm lazy and don't want to read subtitles. It's the truth, though. Very good show, though. You know what show I've watched recently? 2 episodes of Ozarks. Ozarks was very good. I think Ozarks is on Netflix. Ozark or Ozarks? I don't know. That was a very good TV show. What is my favorite TV show? My favorite TV show is definitely Silicon Valley. Yep. Silicon Valley. Ozark is good. Very good show. I was filmed 10 minutes from your house. That's kind of cool. I was like, man, that's beautiful country. I want to move to Missouri. Should totally move to Missouri. I do read. I read more than I watch TV. But then again, like, I always fall asleep. The only time I read is, like, at night. And right now I am reading a book by Bill Bryson called Into a Sunburned Land? Into a Sunburned Country? I don't know. It's about his adventures in the land down under. Bill Bryson's awesome. Bill Bryson's, he's a good author. Best book I think I've read in the last 10 years? Ready Player One. Fantastic. Fantastic. Very good. Anyone's into like kind of sci-fi, I don't want to say fantasy. It's not really a fantasy. Sci-fi, drama, action kind of book thing. Ready Player One. Very good. It's going to be a movie. I think that the movie's going to be awful, as are with most movies that are made from books. Awful. It's going to be awful. But who knows? It's fantastic. Even if you guys aren't into reading, Ready Player One, awesome book. Very, very good. Have I read Snow Crash? No, I don't know what that is. I know it. What do I know? I know what it sounds familiar. Neil Stephenson, though. Neil Stephenson's good. No, okay, Snow Crash. I recognize the cover. No, I might have it. Honestly, Snow Crash. All right, we're looking at Snow Crash. I buy books, and then I'm like, all right, I'm going to read this. I'll have like 20 books that I'm like, I got to read this one. And just never freaking happened. Or I get like, I don't know, 4 chapters in and I'm like, this is lame. Move on to something else. Anyway, enough, Brad does have a Kindle. Kindle Paperwhite. You know what, Tom Clancy is great for road trips. Listening to Tom Clancy audiobooks. This just reminds me of one time we went to the Grand Canyon in a friend's RV, and we listened to, I don't know, some Tom Clancy book all the way there. It's just kind of funny because there's like 6 dudes in like an RV just dead silent, just listening to an audiobook. It's kind of funny. There's an actual paintball question. Do I prefer woods ball or speedball? Both. Really? I mean, most of my friends that play paintball all play like tournament stuff, so most of the time I play airball, speedball, but both really. I mean, I don't like one more or less, really. I mean, I think the most fun I had recently playing paintball was the woods. This year at West Coast Adventure Park, the North versus South game. There's gameplay footage here on this YouTube channel if you want to look at it. Yeah. Oh, I might be missing something. Nope, we're good. I don't know how to pronounce that. Natix car. Do you think we'll ever see Planet Eclipse milling private? Sorry. Do you ever think we'll see PL private label milling again? Like we did in the early 2000s, like with the Intimidators and Impulse variants, or Angel variant. No, man, not really so Angels. There were tons of Intimidators that were private labels. Kinda. I mean, we sort of have. We've seen kinda with Planet Eclipse a little bit. I mean, there was the Planet Eclipse scales. CS1, and then the 3.5, they did the DC, the double championship 3.5 for Impact, but I don't know. I mean, I think I would like that. I think it'd be really cool if guns, like team guns existed, right? Like they used to. Like, oh, it's the Impact version, the Dynasty version, and like the Joy Division version, and like the whatever version of guns. I would like that. I think it'd be cool, but it's expensive. I mean, I think that's the problem. It just costs a lot more because they gotta like, say they pump out 1,000 CS1s and they're all the same body. So they just set up that tooling that one time and then just make 1,000 guns. If they make like 100 of each, right, they gotta change the machines 10 times. So it's just costs more to make and design and stuff. So I don't know. I would like it. Twisters, yeah, they were definitely the Twisters, for sure. That was a recent recent one. What else has there been? I feel like there's been some other stuff that I'm missing. I guess the GSL, right? CSR. But man, remember like Shockers when they were like, oh my gosh, there were so many Shocker SFTs. I mean, they were probably like 100, some crazy number. Best paintball gun, any price. CS1? That's gonna be my guess. Yeah, the Dynasty Waffle LV1. Weren't there two Dynasty guns? Two Dynasty CS1s? Someone also, Geo Diamond Cut. But the DC technically stands for Double Championship. Because Planet Eclipse made that for Impact when they won like the Millennium Series and the PSP. I'm pretty sure. I could be completely wrong. 304 Fate. I suck at paintball. So do I. I'm not good at paintball. I just know a lot about it. Michael Dingo. Dingo. I totally pronounced your name. Your question you asked, paintball question time. You're coming up tomorrow, and I just realized that I totally pronounced your name wrong in paintball question time. Whatever. Michael Dingo. I think I said Dingo. Oh well. Whatever. Live and learn, right? NXT Shocker private labels, ShockTech Naughty Dogs, Dynasty, etc., etc. There were tons of them. Octane Shockers. There were, good God, there were so many private label Shockers. Russian Legion Shockers. Tons and tons and tons of them. It was out of control. A dingo ate your baby. Ooh, the G-Max Shocker. That's right. Those were rare, right? Weren't those like, didn't like everyone want those and couldn't buy them or something? I don't know. Something crazy. So definitely coming soon. I think that you guys, next Tuesday, I have to look at my calendar here, but I think Tuesday you guys will see a official Paintball Ruin My Life Shocker XLS review. And I do hope that it's better than the PB Nation one and the Annis Gear one. I think it will be. Mainly because I'll talk shit about it. I don't care. I'm going to say how awful it is, if it is. I don't expect it to be, but we'll find out. Call of Duty should sue die. Why? You know who did sue? You know who did sue somebody though? Didn't that one company, that one video game company sued Contract Killer? They sued Hybrid over their logo. Who was it? Hitman? Is it like the Hitman video games, right? Hitman Video. I don't play video games, so I don't really know. Was it? They sued him over the logo. I think it was the Hitman thing. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they sued him over the logo. Activision? I don't know. No idea. You know what's kind of funny though is the Tipman TIPX. TIPX used to be the Tipman TPX, and then Louisville Slugger, the baseball bat company, has a line of baseball bats called the TPX. So they sued Tipman over the name. So that's why it is a TIPX now, not the TPX. Yeah, some people think there's like a version difference between the TPX and the TIPX. They're the same gun. They just changed the name. I think that's kind of funny. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. But, like, I get it. Because I used TPX baseball bats when I played baseball. My tenure playing baseball. Well, I think Sizik says, I think the DSR will be high-end. So do I, but everyone on the internet says it's not. I mean, we'll find out. We'll find out. We can talk about it if you guys wanted to check out the Facebook group that it is in the description of this video. If you scroll all the way down, there's a thing that's like Facebook group. Go there and we'll talk about it tomorrow. Hopefully have a, I don't know, review of that soon too. I don't know when they're gonna be for sale or not, or if they are or not, or whatever. Sean, thank you, sir. Hey, Brad, keep up the gun reviews. I will. They're coming hot down the pipe. XLS review. I think that the next one might be this DSR if it's available. I kind of think that with the Dye DSR, this thing right here, they sort of might have released it early or releasing information on it early based off the Shocker XLS. They wanted to kind of like come out at the same time and take some, I don't know, publicity or, I don't know, excitement away from the Shocker gun. So I don't know if these are necessarily going to be available right away. We might have to wait a little bit until we see a DSR in hand. But if we do, I am going to get one as soon as possible. Samuel said, John from PB Nation has his hands on one. What, a DSR? I would love these paintball companies to send me stuff to do. But they don't want to, I don't think. I think that they just want me to buy it all, which I'm okay with. I mean, I'm fine with buying stuff, but I gotta find a way to get rid of it. That's why this Shocker XLS thing, we're probably gonna do a raffle over in the Facebook group for, so I don't just lose $900, because that would kind of suck. Lost Gemini 2000, I think I just talked about that. Hey, Brad, are you still considering doing a raffle system for the DSR and potential products? Yeah, when I get a DSR, for sure, we'll likely do the same thing as the XLS when I will do that raffle thing. Paintball Ruined My Life Facebook group is where I'll do that. Corey! Suggestion. I would love suggestions. All about suggestions for reviews. I think this is one. In your I hate the name of the XLS too. I always want to say like XSL or like something weird. In your XLS review, have some videos demoing what it sounds like up close and when being shot at from across field distance. Will do, for certain. I think that's hard though. I'm thinking. The problem with that is like, I get it in theory. The problem is like sound and like how microphones work and how I have to like compress. This is not, whatever, how I have to compress the audio to make it not like peak and for it to sound good. I don't know. Either way, I'll try for sure, and we'll see what it sounds like. Yeah. It also has to do with what style microphones we use, right? So when I'm outside filming, I will for sure use the video mic, the Rode Video Mic Pro, which I don't know where it's at, but it's a shotgun mic. So it's directional. So it's going to read like sound in a straight line, right? So the pickup pattern is very directional. So if I'm shooting straight at it, it's fine. So do I shoot like from way over there straight at the microphone and then get closer and then shoot straight at the microphone? Because if I shoot this way, it'll sound totally different. I don't know, maybe I'll just do both and then figure out which one gives the best realistic loudness comparison. But I will do some long shots, like, I don't know, corner to corner or something like that on the airball field. Yeah, for sure. Thank you. We'll figure it out. I'll just shoot a bunch of angles. Yeah. Enrique. Hey, Brad. I took your advice and bought myself a Tipman multi-cal hopper. Cool. And it fed much better than my APP hopper. Thanks for the advice. Cool. Good. I like those hoppers a lot. Like, I think the Allen Paintball product one, I think APP, yeah, are cool because they're small. But, man, the Tipman multi-cal, the Empire multi-cal, and the GOG multi-cal hoppers, they're kind of all the same thing. I don't know, they just feel like they're made so much better. And I do think because the feed tube is kind of in the center of those hoppers, so they like feed better, where it's like a lot of these 50 cal hoppers, all the paint sits right here and then loads out the front. So I think that they have a little bit more trouble feeding. That's good to know that it worked for you. Rick and Morty, yay or nay? Nah, I'm not feeling Rick and Morty. I tried a couple weeks ago. I was like, can't watch this. I'm all about the sitcoms, all about the funny stuff. Lord knows, the greatest TV show ever is Seinfeld, so it's got that to work up to and live up to. Yeah. Nathan says, would you guys play a Tipman only tournament? Like we all use Tipmans? I think it'd be kind of cool. I mean, the problem is you have to get all the people willing to do it. And I know around here no one would. In my area, it's like today I was talking to someone about the G-Tech, the mechanical G-Tech, the G-Mech, and how they liked it and they think it's cool. And they're like, oh, it'd be sweet if Dye did that. And I'm like, yeah, it would. Make a mechanical like DM2 or an M2 or something like that. And then it comes down to, it's like, yeah, the G-Mech is cool, but would you buy it? It's like, no. It's like, yep, pretty much. It's cool, but who's going to actually buy it? Yeah. I don't know where that came from, but yeah. Dye needs to put out a new reflex cocker. The reflex cockers were terrible, though. The pneumatics weren't very good, and that hinge frame was awful. So, the body was cool. If they could make better not internals, but if they could make better pneumatics and it came with like a slider frame, I'd be all for it. You know what's funny too is a lot of people, I've looked at the comments of the DSR on like, I don't know, PB Nation and like on Dye's Facebook, and everyone's like, oh, it's the new reflex rail. And I'm like, you guys are idiots. There is no rail anymore. And like, people are like, it's the replacement for the rail. And it's like, what? No, that's the Proto Rise. Like, I don't know, people don't understand that. I wonder what it's going to be called, though. The DSR? It might be something Rise, though. So, who knows? We will probably know in about 12 hours. There's no point in speculating. The Dye Super Rise. I like that. Spectacular Rise. The something. I was thinking another good adjective. This starts with an S. My forehead itches. This hat's new, and it kind of itches my head. This is the like only 6-panel hat I have, and I don't know. They're kind of baggy. I got another one too. They're kind of baggy right here. They don't fit my head as good as like the 5 panels. Jake's been saying that the DSR is going to be the Dye Sexy Revolver for a while now. Jake, I don't know. I don't see it happening. The Dye Sexy Revolver, how about the Dye, I don't know, I can't think of any cool cool adjective that starts with S. Sweet? No, that's sassy. The Die Sassy Revolver. The Die, not Revolver, the Die Sassy Rise. Michael Cope, Madman said the same thing on Nation. What did he say on Nation? About what? In reference to what? Sometimes the chat goes by and I don't see lots and lots of comments. So sometimes, I don't know. The super shot? I want to see Michael. What was he talking about? The Die Systemic Record. The Die Superlative Rise. I like that one. Die Supreme. No. That one's lame. Die's Sad Run. There we go. Goldilocks. I'm playing at the OPL this weekend. Wish me luck. I do. Good luck. I would love to go to the Ontario Paintball League. What happened to all the pro teams from the U.S. that used to go to the Canadian stuff? That sort of died out. That's unfortunate. By the way, what's the best die gun that you can think of what's the best die gun that you think is the most affordable and reliable? Currently in production? Man, I don't know. There are reliable die guns. I wouldn't say that die guns are unreliable. Die Sucks Rocks. That's a good one. That's fairly decent. The NT11 is a POS. Yes. I never liked the NTs. They're really loud and like bangy. They were super air efficient though. I don't know. What's the best value die gun? I don't know. I actually really like the like DM9, DM10s. So I'm gonna go with that. Tyler says, I hear die customer service is complete garbage. I don't know. I've never really had a problem with die. I've never really had a problem with a lot of these companies, honestly. Like, I don't know if one company's, like, bad. I mean, sometimes MacDev is not, I wouldn't say bad. They just don't have a good, like, presence in the U.S., so getting parts is kind of hard. Crazy Gamer. Oh, my God. Thank God you made it. Pickle Rick. Yeah, die. Seraphin. I don't know, man. Terrible freaking names. It says Die's, I don't know where your comment went, but you said something about Die's service is on point. Yeah, like I never had a problem with them. Exalt versus Machine Vapor. What? They're like two. Did you see Exalt roast the Vapor on Facebook? No, I did not. But I saw something about. I saw Exalt. I saw something earlier before I went live with, like an Exalt reg cover on a Vapor, and I didn't. I saw that there was a little ad for the reg cover, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. But I didn't see. I want to see it. There we go. They said the Exalt thing. Did you know there's a picture? Let's see if I can actually show it. Can you guys see? There's it's hard to see. Whatever. There's a Vapor with an Exalt reg cover. It says, did you know our universal reg grips are flexible enough to stretch around your garbage can? Damn. Shit. Damn. That's pretty good. I just commented, brutal. That's pretty funny. That's crazy, because isn't Exalt, not Exalt, but wasn't Machine Vapor from Florida just like, that's pretty good. That's kind of brutal, though. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, I talk shit about companies all the time. Crazy Gamer, Tiny Rick, Enrique. Hey guys, please check out PaintballRuinedMyLife.com. Look at you. PaintballRuinedMyLife.com/shop or /store. You can buy some awesome headbands and barrel covers. Yeah. That's crazy. He just paid me to do an advertisement. Awesome. Excellent. Much appreciated. Yeah, you can go. Look, I got a whole heap of stuff over here if you guys want. Look at all this cool stuff. This wasn't my intention this evening, but there's a lot of cool Paintball Ruined My Life stuff on the store. PaintallRuinedMyLife.com /shop. This is still my favorite one. This is a brain headband. Still my favorite one. Not the most popular though. Weirdly enough, the most popular barrel cover is the California one. And I don't think anyone from California has actually ordered it. It's all been people from everywhere. Someone from Canada ordered one. Paintball Question Time headband. That's okay. I actually really like this too. The Rainbow Lightning Bolts. This is my favorite barrel cover though. I think this came out really good. I like that one a lot. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. There's a matching tie-dye headband. What's the other cool one? The Keith Haring one. That one's probably pretty popular. Anyway, go check it out. It's all going over there. Thoughts on the iPhone X? I don't know. It's $1,000. Yeah, I can't do it. I haven't owned an iPhone since the 3GS. 3G? iPhone 3G? Yeah. That was the last iPhone I had. Like 8-9 years ago now. Old. Where is Link? He's over there. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, he doesn't want to. He's laying down. $1,000. I think we're going to start seeing these phones creep up closer to this crazy $1,000 price. But what's ridiculous is like you can get like legit solid Android phones for like $300. And like they still want you to spend $1,000 on some of these other phones that have cool features, but like I don't know. It's just kind of ridiculous. I don't get it. I mean, you can buy a whole goddamn laptop for like $300. Tyler loves his iPhone, but he is done paying iPhone prices. I just don't like iOS. I don't know. And I've used Google products forever. Like I use everything Google. Everything. So it's just easier too, you know? Android phones produce a lot more radiation though. Okay, I don't think that's just nonsense. It's just not nonsense. It's just nowadays nobody pays full prices for phones. Yeah, you do. You might be paying it because you're locked in a contract for 2 years and you get it cheaper, but you're locked in a contract. I don't have a cell phone contract. I can just cancel my plan whenever I want. I always buy phones off contract. Always. Because great, as these new phones get more expensive and you want to get like a free phone every 2 years, your service price is also going to increase. That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. You can buy a desktop for $1,000 that would have 100 times the processing power than that. I don't know about 100 times though. Dude, the new Apple like processors are legit. But yeah, I hear you for sure. You could definitely get a bigger screen. You could, run full applications. Like, I don't even use my phone that much. I don't even know when my phone's on the ground. I use real computers way, way, way more. What's so great about the Ninja Pro V2 regulators? Paintball question time tomorrow. I go into detail on why you might want to buy one of these higher end regs, whether it's the Ninja Pro regs, I don't know, what's that new one? The Powerhouse Competition reg, or like the Immortal Air Telos reg, I think it's called. Yeah. Just watch tomorrow. Paintball question time. 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, that is. Also, the CIA is definitely going to snoop on your facial recognition software, so good luck with you. Well, I already have, I don't know, Android already has, face unlock stuff, so I don't know if the CIA will, but the Russians sure will. The KGB's gonna be all over that. If you had $350 to spend, what speedball gun would you buy? Probably the original Axe. I think they're like $350 right now, right? Something like that. That's probably what I'd buy. They're technically old, but that's probably what I'd buy. Crossfire tanks and refs are OG and definitely the best of all time. Okay. What is that neon mask in the background? That neon mask right there is a V-Force grill. A grill. Gustavo, what do you think of the Dynasty Ego 11 2X Champion Edition? I don't know if I've ever seen that one. I honestly don't know if I've seen that. I'm not sure as to what gun you're referring to. Let's see if we can break out a picture real fast. I'm not sure. Man, I don't know. I don't know of that version of gun. Will they increase in price, though? No. None of these guns really increase in price. I mean, I don't think that any of the electric guns increase in price. I mean, maybe in 30 years or something, but it's going to be a very long time until they increase. Yeah. Can you get thermal lenses for grills? Yeah. That's all they make, though. That's all they make is thermal lenses for grills. I did search it really fast. I searched Ego 11 2X Champion Edition. I literally searched what you typed. And I definitely do not see it. Narwhal versus dolphin? Narwhals, for sure. For certain. I don't know. I don't see that gun. But it doesn't matter. None of them will go up in price. Preferred car brand, Tesla? Tesla and Koenigsegg. Koenigsegg. Gamma Core versus IV Core. IV Core? I mean, they're both very good. I don't even know if there's a difference, right? Is there actually a difference of them shooting air efficiency, reliability-wise? I don't know. I don't know if there's a difference. Anyway, it's time for me to go. Let's read Jerome's question. I want to get into tournament paintball. I want to get into tournament-style paintball, but the nearest speedball field is around an hour and a half away. What should I do? Is it worth the drive? I have no idea. I mean, I used to drive an hour and a half to play every weekend. So to me, it was worth it. I don't know if it's worth it for you. I don't know. At least go once, see how it goes. Then you'll find out if it was worth it. Yeah, you don't have to commit to every weekend for 4 years. Yeah. What new gear are you looking forward to seeing at World Cup? I don't even know, man. Like, I feel like that at World Cup, we might not even see anything new. This was kind of my fear leading up into this thing, is that I'm going to go to World Cup to do all this cool video stuff, and then, like, no new products actually come out. So, yeah. Who knows? We might see it all before Cup. I mean, we already saw the new shocker. We already seen a new dye gun. 2 weeks from now, we might see an Eclipse gun, or, you know, nothing might come out. I think that it's smaller manufacturers, we might see some stuff, but we might not with some of the big companies because they might just come out with it early. That might be just how it goes. Yeah, okay, I'm going. Guys, check back tomorrow, Paintball Question Time, where I cover high-end tank rigs, how to be a cool paintball referee, and something else. You'll have to watch it to find out, I guess.